If you look at it from this perspective and angle, Shiko, coming to you, at least 4 of the ODM party members are in cabinet today. John Badi, very critical docket, the National Treasury. Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, who will be leading the MSME. You also have Opiyo Wandayi, the energy sector, and Hassan Ali Joho, who will be leading the Blue Economy Front. Strategically, it seems President William Ruto has placed the 4 key Odinga players in the line of fire. If it succeeds, it will be a campaign card that President William Ruto will be throwing around saying, we worked. If it doesn't, then he says, I incorporated them, they failed. All the same, it seems that he has given us, he goes to the continental assignment, for the continental assignment subject to the elections, that he has given the current administration some form of political insurance.
Well, one, I think, is to start by saying Ruto knows how to play his cards. And at this point, that's why he's really focusing on the Nyanza area for his campaigns, because he's been campaigning ever since he got into power. So this is also a campaign card for me. And the one thing that he's doing is, we have a lot of homecoming now from these 4 newly appointed CSs. So everybody's going back home to get prayed for, or rather for Thanksgiving. And the president is with them. So what does this mean? He's trying to also show these people that, okay, this is now my broad-based government. I am incorporating everyone, but it's a political card. Unfortunately for me, and I say this because I think most of us, like Buluma said, grew up looking at Raila as, all right, you are actually speaking and filling the gap for that person who does not have the voice to be heard, or rather that person who on a normal day would not be listened to. And then coming to recent times, it seems like the ODM did not look so democratic as we hoped and as we looked at it as. So just looking at what everything is doing is, are we going to succeed? Maybe it's too early to speak, but I don't think we're going anywhere, because it seems they did not listen to actual issues. And our politics is always same monkeys, different forests. Now all the monkeys are in the same forest. So the question is, will the monkeys be too greedy to eat everything? Or are they going to remain anything for the common person? Because we have seen the way, even the reaction, I think the funniest thing was yesterday, Joho saying in Mombasa for familiarization tour. And I'm like, you've been a governor in that place for a whole 10 years. What are you going to familiarize yourself with? So you can already tell this is about power and not actual action. This is also saying, how well do these people... The whole cabinet secretary vetting was a mockery to our time, to our people, to taxpayers, and to the goal of the uprising. And for those 3 months that we saw young people in the streets, and to all those young people, and I keep repeating, those who were killed, they were mocked on that day. Because for someone to say, I am 20 billion rich, and this now becomes, this is what we are basing on, if you're capable of running this cabinet, then it only means that for a common Kenyan, you have no place in our politics and in our governance system. Unfortunately, the man himself, the enigma himself, bowed to the pressure of corruption. So him going to AU and whatever is happening, I honestly hope he gets it. If he does, I do not think he's best suited for that. It's time he rests. It's time he says, you know what? I have diluted my legacy in the fight that I put in. And just maybe to build on it, because Justin said something. Raila Odinga is not irreplaceable. We have great minds that can replace him. We have great minds that can actually take up that beat, and also not forgetting the betrayal that he's caused Kenyans again and again that we don't talk about. So it's time we get a genuine person who is able to run this and say, you know what, it's not about having Kenyan in the AU. It's a Kenyan in the AU is about having principles and people who can work for the people genuinely.